Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting? Yes. An evolving thing?
Yes.
Every day something new? Just when you think you've got all of your desire figured out, something else happens that hatches a new one. You are coming to understand that you are eternally discovering new desire, and that's why you are eternal beings. And that sounds really good to you, yes? Not so much. Well, desire that you believe is fresh and sweet and delicious, but desire that you doubt, not so much. When you desire something and you have memory of not success about it, sometimes your memory or your belief, which is just a thought you keep thinking, it's just an active vibration that you have kept active, by the way. In other words, vibrations don't just stay active in your experience without your attention to them. So old beliefs don't affect you, it's current beliefs. So if you say, oh, it's just an old belief that's still bothering me, we say it's an old belief and it may very well still be bothering you, but it's not as old as you think it is, because if it's active, you're keeping it active by your attention to it. It's a really nice thing to acknowledge that you get to decide what beliefs you keep active. A lot of our physical friends think that anything that is fact or truth, or in many cases anything that happened, is therefore valid, it's reality, it's truth, and therefore it should be kept active. So a lot of humanity keeps a lot of things active that does not serve them. In the beginning of our interaction, Esther argued with us quite a bit in the beginning, but it's true. She would say, it's true. It's true. And we said to her, if we were standing in your physical shoes, we wouldn't let the truth of something be our criteria about whether we kept it active in our vibration, and therefore active in our point of attraction, and therefore current in our life experience. We would keep active the things that we want to replicate through life. But in the beginning, most of our physical friends, that's you don't really get it that you are a vibrational being, and that since you are a vibrational being, and since law of attraction is responding to the vibration of your being, that everything that comes into your experience, that literally everything that you realize, is because you have chosen, either deliberately or by default, to activate and keep activated a vibration long enough that by law of attraction there is enough momentum responding to that active vibration that you are having experiences around it. Most people just think stuff happens, but there is nothing that is happening apart from your vibration or from law of attraction's response to your vibration. You are source energy in physical bodies, and most of our physical friends don't really get that either. You think that source is outside of you and that you are being tested, or that you are separated from it in some way. And to some extent, you have caused some separation between you and that which is source. That's what all negative emotion is. But it's all done by you. It's never done by source. So source is never withholding from you, but always focused to you, surrounding you with attention of appreciation and acknowledgement and unspeakable love, which you are in any moment in time vibrationally allowing through your crack of least resistance, or disallowing through your guardedness or your defensiveness or your justification-ness, through your observation in many cases of things that hold you in a vibration that causes you to accomplish a vibrational condition that keeps you from experiencing this love that is being flowed to you at all times. We're on the brink of really explaining in the most easy to understand verbiage ever what unconditional love really is. So your source energy, you were source energy before you came into this physical body, and a part of you came into this physical body where you've been exploring. And as you explore the environment in which you live, you are coming to personal preferences about what you prefer. When someone's rude to you, you prefer that they be nicer. When you're rude, you prefer that you be nicer. When you are loving, it feels so good. When you are doing something less than loving, it doesn't feel so good. So through life experience, you are sifting and sorting, and you are coming to many clarifications about what you prefer. Really, in many cases, extensions or furthering of preferences from that you were born knowing. So you're launching these rockets of desire, and as you launch these rockets of desire, the larger part of you becomes that evolved version of you. And then all day, every day, you have the opportunity to get up to speed or stay up to speed with the evolution of your desire or the expansion of that which is you or not. And the emotions that you feel are your indication of both your expansion and your keeping up with it. So we've been talking to you about this for quite a while, and many of you have been hearing the variety of explanations that we've been offering you. But these days, the thing that we want to emphasize to you in such clarity and such consistency that you can't miss it is that you stand in your waking state offering a vibration, and all of that equals your point of attraction. And everything that happens in your life experience is because of that vibrational countenance. Esther has been asking us, what word is best to describe this? Because it's this atmosphere that surrounds you. It's this vibrational atmosphere that you generate by the thoughts you think. So if you're ornery, you've got an ornery atmosphere going on. Esther says, is it atmosphere? Is it climate? Is it the petri dish? Is it a condition? We say it doesn't matter what word you give it. You are creating an atmosphere around yourself that is allowing of the unconditional love that Source is offering you, or disallowing of the unconditional love that Source is offering you. And by the way, it's not just unconditional love that Source is offering you. It's unconditional prosperity and unconditional clarity and unconditional vitality. It is unconditional well-being being flooded to you and through you and all around you. The question is, what have you got going on with your vibrational environment? In other words, what have you been thinking about? What drums have you been beating? What have you been worrying about or appreciating? What has been the attention of your focus? What are you doing with your thoughts that is causing you to generate a vibrational climate that is letting in this unconditional love? Or, and here it is, or are you looking at conditions that are causing you to create a condition that is disallowing the unconditional love from flowing? Now we know there was a lot of conditions we throw at you just then. But can you get it? Are you getting the sense of what we're talking about? So all day, every day, you are moving around in your world, in your life, in your mind, speaking your words, observing the things that you're observing. And as you're doing that, the activation that is present within you is allowing other things to come to you. Thoughts, experiences, people, conditions, circumstances, events, everything that happens in your world. The traffic that surrounds you, the way you're treated at the front desk of a hotel, the way your friends are relating to you, the way the people that you don't even know are relating to you. Everyone is relating to you in response to this vibrational atmosphere that you have created and that you are keeping active. The question is, are you keeping it active purposefully or by default? And for most people, it's by default because you are letting yourself, we just love telling you this, be responsive to conditions that are out there rather than to the unconditioned that is within here. In other words, rather than letting Source just love you unconditionally, you say, but, it wasn't my fault. That's the condition of that negative tirade, or that's the condition of my financial collapse, or that's the reason, that's the justification. And we say, we want, in these hours that we are together here today, to help you at least make a decision to want to be a person in your body, in your world, responding to a vibrational atmosphere that you are honing, that you are creating, that you are aware of, that you are doing something about, rather than knee-jerk responding to that condition and that condition and that condition. Many years ago, when Jerry and Esther presented their first manuscript to their wonderful publisher, Hay House, the CEO of the company, who they met with frequently, said to them, as they were now just being received by a greater audience, their books were making New York Times bestseller lists, and lots of people were finding them who had not found them before. And he said, do not read the reviews, because while 999 out of 1,000 will really please you, there's that one that will get you. And if you condition yourself to care about what the good ones say, then you're asking for trouble about what the not so good ones say. Now, we know that's an easy concept to understand. You get that so easily, but we want you to hear it in this way. If you are one who lives by the condition of the response of others to you, if you're looking for their approval, if you're looking for their praise, if you're looking for their appreciation, you'll find plenty of it because you're wonderful and lots of others know it. But if you train yourself to look outward for that, you're training yourself to find the good and the bad and the ugly. That would make a good movie. You see what we're getting at? So rather than looking outside of yourself, wanting praise that makes you feel good, wanting appreciation that makes you feel good, wanting accolade that makes you feel good, wanting attention that makes you feel good, look for it where it really is, in this unconditional offering of love and appreciation that is surrounding you at all times. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've heard us say, we say it a lot, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. And every place is the wrong place to look for love, other than within where it really is generated from. So that's our sales job about unconditional love. That's our rampage about your worthiness and your value, your incredible, not describable value to all that is. You are leading edge creators, and you're out here mixing it up and coming to new conclusions and calling the energy that creates worlds through you all day, every day. The question is, are you happy? That's the question. That's the only question. Are you happy? Because if you're happy, you got a big wide crack. Timing is everything. Of least resistance. In other words, you have a big wide crack of allowing. You're allowing yourself to be understood, to be seen, to be adored with no condition. No condition.